we've talked a little bit about how gods and deities are one of the larger, broader, more important subjects of Himalayan art. And we talked about how the conceptual abstract was a very important method of from faith-based, from the religious side, the religious context side. The conceptual abstract was a very important way of dividing up and classifying the different gods and deities. But from an art point of view, and the artist learning how to draw the various figures, and for learning the names from an artistic point of view rather than from a religious context point of view, then it's a little bit different. You look at categories in a different way. So the second main topic for understanding gods and deities is the visual categories, not the abstract religious context categories. Now there is, of course, some overlap. So to begin, we really have two genders. We don't talk very much about the anything besides that. We do have one deity I've mentioned in the past, which is regarded as being genderless, or napamsika, and this comes also out of Madhyamaka and Mahayana philosophy. You have not, you have both, you have neither. So there's male, there's female, there's both male and female, and there's neither male nor female. So these would be the four genders, but for deities we really only have male and female, and one wrathful deity that's regarded as being napamsika, or being neither male nor female. Some scholars will disagree with this, and they will argue for it being both male and female, so hermaphrodite. But that is not my understanding, or current understanding, or past understanding. So, aside from the three genders, then we have the three moods. Now the three moods we also describe in two different ways. The three moods obviously is abstract, but we normally talk about them from the point of view of peaceful, semi-peaceful, semi-wrathful, and wrathful. And these are three descriptions that relate to mood that are popular with the new tantras. The old tantras, meaning the Nyingma and the Bön religion, they often do not refer very often to the semi-peaceful, semi-wrathful. They'll just simply refer to peaceful and wrathful deities. A clean system. But the new tantras of the Sakya, the Kagyu, Jonang, Gelug, and some others, they have this system of the peaceful is a Devi-like. It's like the gods in the Indian heaven. And then the semi-peaceful, semi-wrathful is Rishi-like. Rishis are the kind of Indian subcontinent, the original yogis, the original seers and wise men living off in the forests and mountains. And then the last category, the wrathful, is actually Raksha-like. So these are the appearing like these demon figures from the island of Sri Lanka, and relating to the Mahabharata and the Ramayana, and the great kidnapping that happened, and rescuing the princess. So that's the three moods. Then we have the 11 figurative forms. The 11 figurative forms applies both to human figures, Buddhas, elders, kings, lay humans, siddha figures, monastics, and then it relates to gods and deities. So then you have the three moods of peaceful, semi-peaceful, wrathful, but then you have animal featured, and then you have warrior appearance. Now, there can also be 11 different types of deities to further look at, and divide up the visual forms, so you're not really leaving anything out. And the 11 types of deities is really a conflation of some Himalayan, some Tibetan, and some modern concepts of or inclusions in the list of 11. Now, two other points that are worth talking about are gestures and postures. Gestures and postures are very important, and they can all often define who a deity or a figure is, especially if they're in a peaceful appearance with one face, two hands. It can be difficult to identify one Buddha from the next. So therefore you have to be looking at the gestures. And then with Tara, or some forms of Manjushri or Avalokiteshvara, then with peaceful forms, you have to know the postures to be able to distinguish, and in some cases the gestures. So gestures and postures have a role in understanding the visual categories, or fine-tuning the visual categories for understanding the larger topic of gods and deities in Himalayan art. So I think it's wise if you press the like button. You can subscribe, you can comment, and you can also join HAR on Patreon and help support the work that we have done now for 25 years. We are in our 25th year of keeping up the Himalayan Art Resources website.